Good morning again. Daniel Valdez again. Welcome to another one of these things that I do. Real quick shout out and thank you and muchas gracias and all that stuff. I did not expect the previous Avon recording to make its rounds the way that it did. So everyone who shared it on social media, everyone who told their friends about it, especially those in the Avon community, thank you very much for doing that. I did not expect that sort of response from you people. So, all the thanks in the world. That was really awesome. Keep it up. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, with that being said, it looks like I have a couple of new people listening right now. So, bienvenidos. That means welcome in Spanish. Welcome to another one of these things. I call these things the Nerd In. Basically, it's a preview of the contest, and of course, we're going to be talking about the San Antonio Super Regional that's going down this weekend. So we preview everything. So what I do is I go through all the piddling crap about parking and tickets and all that fun stuff. We get rid of that, and then we start talking about programs. We start talking about, block of the day and all that other stuff that's going to make the stuff you need to be looking out for if you're going to be there at the Alamodome all day long, which I will be. If you cannot make it out to the Alamodome this weekend for the Super Regional, and if you can't, shame on you, you can catch the event in a couple of different ways. flowmarching.com, flomarching.com. Go over there, sign up for a subscription. You get the entire Super Regional, and you get all the Grand Nationals for their subscription price. I believe it's $29.99. Get there. They've done a good job so far this season. You can watch from the comfort of your own home. If you want to have a supplementary educational tool along with the stream at home, or you just can't make it in front of a computer or whatever, TexasBands.com is taking over the live blog for Music for All this weekend. Uh-oh. You know what that means. Craziness. And I am bringing the armada with me. I'm bringing the cadre. I'm bringing my people with me. Got people from Indiana coming down. I got people from all over the country coming down to hang out with us. You'll see the blogging team kind of rotate in and out. It won't just be the same people doing the entire event. We'll rotate in and out. We'll be on the field. We'll be in the stands. We'll be in the little press area. If you see us, if you see me, by all means, come say hi. We love meeting new people. We love meeting people that post on TexasBands.com forums. We love people that just, enjoy the website. And we'll have a link directing you. You can get to it through TexasBands.com. We'll have the switch turned on, so you go right to our website, and it goes to the live blog. You can go through the Music for All website as well, and there'll be a link to the live blog. And there'll also be somewhere a mobile user-friendly link so that you can pull this up on your phone. It makes me so happy when people show up to the event and they pull up our live blog, and the second a band ends, they have it right there on their browser, and they're looking at our reviews. It's so cool. I really appreciate that. Very good stuff. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's talk about this. New listeners, thank you for joining me. My returning people, welcome back. Here we go. Alamodome this Friday and Saturday. San Antonio Super Regional, the mecca of marching band in the state of Texas. The Alamodome. This is where it happens. The special performances go down here under the lights. This is the 6th, I believe it's the 6th regional, Bands of America regional in the state of Texas. That's a record. And it all comes down to this. Highly anticipated. Great programs from all over the state. And a very prestigious program from Indiana is coming down to hang out with us this weekend. Let's go over some spectator information. And some of this is really important, and some of this I'm gonna crap on for a little bit. First, the bad news. Parking. Parking at the Alamodome is $15. Ah, hell! We had events here in the state of Texas where, parking was free. They didn't charge you anything, or they charged you $5. Well, guess what? The parking at the Alamodome is not run by the Alamodome. It is not run by Music for All. It's not run by a band parent organization or anything like that. It is run by the city of San Antonio. And take it from me, somebody who was born and raised and, grew up in San Antonio. City of San Antonio owns the parking racket in San Antonio. Go figure. So if you have an issue with it, take it up with them. Don't yell at people on staff, please. You will probably see a couple of the houses across the street from the Alamodome that will put up signs that say, hey, parking $10, hey, parking $5, and there'll be like an old guy in front of the house, and he'll have like an orange sash on, like something you used to wear at safety patrol when you were in 5th grade. True story, I was. Those are not sanctioned by the city of San Antonio. So you park there at your own risk. Everyone's into Airbnb now and all that stuff, which is neat, but maybe it's a little bit different when you're parking at a stranger's house and they could take all your things all at once. Just be careful. If you have to, carpool. Make plans ahead of time. There are not very many parking meters around the general vicinity of the Alamodome. You definitely have to do some walking in order to obtain those. So there's that. Very important. Listen up. Clear bag policy at the Alamodome. A lot of NFL stadiums do this. And even though San Antonio does not have a professional football team, UTSA Roadrunners, my UTSA Roadrunners, have adopted this policy. And I'm going to explain why in a second. Basically, your backpacks, your camera bags, all the stuff you've been bringing to a BOA event all year long, it's no longer there. You can't do that anymore. You'll get turned away. Bags smaller than 6x6x6 are allowed. Clear bags have to be smaller than 12x6x12. You can bring a gallon plastic freezer bag if you want. And then like medically necessary bags and diaper bags, those are cool. You cannot bring your backpack. You cannot bring your camera case. You cannot bring a mesh bag. You cannot bring your purse. You cannot bring a seat cushion. You cannot bring a clear backpack. You cannot bring an oversized tote bag that you got from PBS because you donated $5 or whatever. Your binoculars? Who the hell wears binoculars anymore? Anyways, all that stuff you can't bring. Don't be that person that doesn't know what's going on. You get up to the Alamodome gate. They go, hey, you can't bring that in here. And then all of a sudden you're screaming and yelling at a 78-year-old ticket taker wearing a blue crushed velvet suit. I'm not making that up. So be informed. That's what's going to happen. Students, performers, staff, there will be guard dogs at the startup gate when you're about to enter the Alamodome. The dogs will just kind of hang around, and if they sniff something suspicious, they're going to come after you. For the love of God, don't pet them. Don't pet a canine that is on duty. Leave them alone. They're doing a job, please. So there's that. The Alamodome has gone through a little bit of a renovation. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Especially in the inside. The reason why is because San Antonio and the Alamodome is hosting the 2018 Final Four, men's Final Four. One of the contingencies on hosting that event was that we had to upgrade the Alamodome. So the plaza area is going to look a lot different. The area in front of the stadium. The inside of the stadium is going to look different. The concourse, the mezzanine level, those hallways have been expanded. The concession areas have been recessed or pushed further out. So there's going to be a lot more room to run around. Everyone knows that you've been into the Alamodome. Halfway through the first block, it's impossible to get anywhere. You're rubbing up against people, and that's gross. And then if you try to get concessions, it takes like 25, 30 minutes, unless you're me, who is the certified marching band concession getter champion. Nobody runs the concession lines better than me. Doesn't matter how long the line is, I can be in and out of there. Jesus Christ. My alarm just went off and The Rock told me to wake up. I already woke up. Anyways. There's that concession thing. I don't know what will be open. I imagine it'll be the same sort of marching band cuisine. Nachos, hot dogs, all that stuff. It's a new catering company from what I understand. I don't know if the Chick-fil-A will be open. And I'm sure if the Chick-fil-A's open, if you're not there within the first 5 minutes, you might as well just stand in line for 2 hours. That is your stadium information. Let's talk about bands. Let's talk about this. This is the most anticipated, the most difficult regional to make finals in, bar none. So we're taking 14 bands to finals. Here's how that works. The draw board. When the band checks in, right at the gate, band checks in. Hi, I'm from this band. Great. Reach into the tumbler, pull out a number. You pull out a number, that's the performance draw order. What Bands of America does is that once everybody draws a random number, they take the 14 bands that make finals. The bottom 7, essentially bands 14, the 14th place band through the 8th place band in prelims. They put all those together, and according to the draw performance that they picked out, they'll be situated in that block. Bands 7 through 1. I hope I got those numbers right, and if I didn't, I'm sorry. Bands 7 through 1, essentially the top 7 from prelims, they put them at the end of finals in accordance with their performance draw order. So when the final schedule comes out, you will know who was in the top 7 and you will know who was in the bottom 7, but you won't know in which order. You will not know who's in first place. You will not know who's in 14th place. You'll just kind of have the general idea of where they are. And no, we're not privy to that information. We don't have any access to it, so don't ask us about it. So it's interesting. It used to be just, hey, we're going to draw names, and then if you made finals, that's the performance order, and we're not messing with it. Now they're doing bottom 7 goes first, top 7 goes last. And we could talk about why I don't necessarily agree with that, but whatever. So that's your performance draw order. Programs. Let's go. Friday morning. Box office opens at 7 a.m. Gates open at 7:30. Be kind to each other. Don't push each other out of the way. Don't scream at each other. I'm talking to you, band parents. For the love of God, be cordial. I put out a show about stadium etiquette about a month ago. Listen to that and, be kind to each other. So here we go. Kind of a hodgepodge in the first block Friday prelims of like local bands and Austin programs. Weiss goes on 8:15 a.m. Tom Glenn goes on at 8:30. Weiss from Pflugerville. School just opened a couple of months ago. Tom Glenn, I think this is their second year of existence for their marching band. It'll be interesting to see how they compete against each other. Second block basically belongs to Austin. 12:30 Cedar Park. 12:45 Cedar Ridge, who's coming off of their awesome showing at the Bands of America Atlanta Super Regional. Well done, Cedar Ridge. Vista. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't turn my alarm off. I apologize. I'm leaving that in. I'm not editing that out because I'm lazy. All right. Vista Ridge, 1 o'clock. Vista Ridge, Bands of America Austin Regional finalist. Bands of America South Lake Regional finalist. The South Lake Regional is the one where they made the band stay up 36 hours in a row, and they still made finals. Tough program. 1:15 Round Rock. Regional finalists this year, and they're going to Grand Nationals. It'll be very interesting to see how their show turns out, especially a week before Nationals. Rouse High School, 1:30. State qualifier. Congratulations. 2:45 Westwood. Coming off a very impressive showing at the Bands of America St. Louis Regional. The last block of Friday belongs to San Antonio, my hometown. 4 o'clock, Ronald Reagan. 4:15, Hendrickson. Hendrickson has a fantastic show this year. I'm going to be very interested to see how this whole thing plays out. 4:30, Churchill High School. Regional finalist, going to Grand Nationals. We're going to see how their show has progressed so far this year. 4:45, Cy Fair. Conroe Regional finalist. 6:30, Claudia Taylor Johnson. Oh boy. Bands of America Austin Regional Champion. Bands of America Midland Regional Champion. 2 regionals, 2 regional championships. Probably my favorite musical book of the year. It's just so much fun. It is a party. I love that show. And to close out Friday, 7 p.m., Leander High School. Very poignant show. I want to see how... I can't wait to see the finished product. I'm excited. Prelims ends at 7:15 p.m., which is awesome because it gives you time to go downtown and enjoy food, which I can assure you that my blogging team, my friends, my family, we're gonna be really hungry after that. We'll just say that. Saturday prelims. Box office opens at 6:15. Get your coffee in now, and don't bring that into the Alamodome because you can't do that. The gates open at 6:45 a.m. So let's do this. First block, Saturday prelims. LD Bell, 7:30. South Lake, regional finalist. Capel, 7:45. South Lake, regional finalist. I like Capel's show. It's different. Music's playing really well, too. From 8:30 to about 9:15, it's the Keller ISD Power Hour. 8:30 Keller Central, which has probably one of the best design shows of the year. South Lake regional finalist. 8:45 Keller High School. About as good as they were last year, maybe even better. South Lake regional finalist. Timber Creek, 9 a.m. Probably most improved program of the year. South Lake regional finalist. Midland regional finalist. Very nice show. Second block, 10:30, Pearland High School, a program that I thought should have been in Conroe Finals. Bring it, Pearland. I'm looking for you. Appreciate you. 11 a.m., Aledo High School, state qualifier this year. 11:30, James Bowie. I'm going to be very, very, very interested to see how they do. Austin regional finalist, Conroe regional finalist, and they moved up like 4 or 5 placements within 2 weeks. So we're going to see how that pans out. 11:45, Southwest High School, state qualifier. Possible state finalist there. And then from 12:15 up until the break, which will start at about 1 o'clock, you might as well take carpenter's glue and cement your butt to the seat. Because I don't want anybody going anywhere at 12:15 when Vandegrift goes on. Austin regional finalist, second place. Conroe regional champion. 12:30, the Woodlands High School, Conroe regional finalist. A very difficult show, both visually and musically. They just do difficult stuff, and they somehow pull it off. They're going to Grand Nationals this year. 12:45, Hebron High School, South Lake regional champion. One of the best ballads ever. And I mean ever. This program will play music that you didn't think could be played on a marching field. They will perform like anything you've never, like nothing you've ever seen before. This is a program that could spoil things this weekend. They're really, really, really good. Final block on Saturday, 2 p.m., Wakeland. I love me some Frisco schools. South Lake regional finalist, state qualifier. They could be in the hunt. They always seem to move and play really well. They're very, very fan-friendly shows. Good stuff. 2:15, Avon High School. Avon, Indiana, where are you at? Welcome. You're probably already in San Antonio right now, or you're on the way. Welcome to Texas. Enjoy the warm weather. Enjoy your rehearsal. And enjoy the Alamodome. Just a quick inside information. I think Avon is going to make finals at Super Regional. Just a hunch. We're just putting it out there, folks. We're just putting it out there. Can't wait to see him. 2:30, Marcus High School. This is not your typical Marcus show. Yes, they still play well, but there was a lot more visual aspect to what they are doing this year. And it's still awesome. South Lake regional finalist. They are going to Grand Nationals. It's a great show. I love it. 4 p.m. Flower Mound High School, South Lake Regional Champion, defending UIL 6A State Marching Band Champion. They are going to Grand Nationals this year. To say that all eyes are going to be on that program and Avon's is an understatement. Everybody wants to see how those two are going to pan out, how things are going to work themselves out. I don't know if I'm going to survive prelims, to be honest with you, let alone finals. Then you have the presentation of awards and all that stuff, and it's going to be it'll be a fun evening. We'll just say that. So, for the finals contest, keep this in mind and don't freak out when it happens. Every year, San Antonio hosts a Hindu Festival of Lights in downtown San Antonio. And the ceremony, or the festival usually goes down right during Super Regional Finals in San Antonio. The reason I mention this is because the festival ends with a massive fireworks display on the Tower of Americas, which is, if you're in San Antonio, it's the big needle-looking tower. It looks like the Space Needle, sort of. There's an observation deck there. There's a restaurant, that sort of stuff. The fireworks usually go off around 9 or 9:30 in the evening. So yes, you will hear explosions outside. Do not be alarmed. It's just, they're just fireworks. It can be a little bit distracting. So just be aware of that. I always forget every year. It's been going on for years. I always forget, and then I look outside, and I hear the fireworks go off, and I start freaking out. I say, "What the heck is going on?" People remind me, "Hey, it's a festival going on." It's like, okay, cool, got it. So just remember that. Keep that in mind. Don't freak out. Everything's gonna be okay. Real quickly, we're gonna talk about why this is easily the best regional of the year. For those of you who are unaware, this is a non-state year for the 6A programs. Essentially, all your really, really big programs like Flower Mound and Marcus and Claudia Taylor Johnson and the Woodlands. Here in the state of Texas, we rotate the state years out. So all the big schools like 6A, they go on even number years. And then the 5A schools like, Cedar Park is a 5A school, for instance, they go on the odd years. The UIL system is very different from the Bands of America judging system, to the point where you see different philosophies of show concepts when you have a UIL year and then you have a Bands of America year. So you're going to see a lot more visual variety from the Texas programs on odd number years, which is this year. They're a little bit more liberal with their visual concepts. In UIL system, it's really just be clean. Be clean. I don't care I don't care what you put on the field, as long as you play cleanly and you move or march cleanly, you'll be good to go. So I think that has a big impact on it. The other thing to consider is that these programs are all really, really, really good. The 18th and 19th place programs, whoever they may be at this regional, could probably go to any Bands of America regional in the United States and make finals. Easily. That's how deep this regional is. They're just really good programs. They know how to play and they know how to move. And it's going to be really tough to take 14 programs. There are probably 22 or 23 programs that have a legitimate claim to finals. That's not a joke. They could submit their resumes and they could probably be picked. But this is not a resume-taking activity. It is a performance activity. So it doesn't matter who you beat 2 months ago. It doesn't matter who you beat last week. It doesn't matter who you beat a month ago. None of that matters anymore. If you want to be in finals, you must perform. You must knock the hell out of your show. That's the way it goes. Because if you don't, you may, I hate to say it, you might be watching finals from the stands. Which is a party in itself, but I personally, as a performer, I'd rather be on the field. Hotly contested. It's going to be real interesting to see where everybody ends up. Because you had early season Texas regionals, and it looked like things were going to shake out one way. Then you had later season Texas regionals, and you're like, okay, well, maybe things are going to be a little bit different. Then you throw Avon in here, who has like 75 national championships and 125 state championships. So now you got to account for them. It's going to be crazy. This could absolutely be one of those things at Super Regional Finals where nobody takes more than one caption. You could have an outstanding music winner, you could have an outstanding visual winner, and you can have an outstanding general effect winner. And guess what? Out of those three, you probably still won't know who's going to win until Dan Potter announces it. That's how awesome this contest is going to be. I want this to be more of a celebration, though. So if you see us in the stands, if you see us on the Riverwalk, or anywhere, I mean, we'll have our shirts on, we'll have our badges on, we'll have all that fun stuff. You'll know who we are. We're going to be the bunch of dorky-looking band nerd guys. But that's why we're here. Come say hi. Come find us. Come say hello. We love meeting new people. I think I'm done here. If you got any questions, comments, please reach out to me on the YouTube channel. I'll put this up on YouTube. Put it up through TexasBands.com forums. Share with this on social media, all that stuff. I'm bursting at the seams right now. I am coming down Thursday morning. It's a pregame. Get everything ready to go. Because Friday morning, we hit the ground running. We are hauling ass. Everyone who's coming out to the Alamodome, be safe. Take your time getting there. I will probably get a speeding ticket on the way there. Don't worry about me. I've got loads of money to pay it. Don't worry about it. Thank you all so much for listening. I will see you at the Alamodome. If you're going to be there, hit me up. Come say hi. Let's do this. This is marching band in the state of Texas. This is how we do it. Enjoy the warm weather. Come say hi. Enjoy the performances. Kiddos, knock it out of the park. Band fans, enjoy the awesome, awesome time you're going to have at the Alamodome. I can't wait to see you there. I'm done here. We'll see you soon, folks. Take care. Adios. Bye-bye.